turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He sets to fire deep, and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe not expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. About them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Tackle made there by Quentin Demps.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Flacco gives to Allen. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different place.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. On second down, here's Miller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Back deep is Devin Hester. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is. Down goes Joe Flacco in the end zone. It's a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't. But for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off. Beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. Finding time. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Again, it's Miller. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. From the gun on third down, Osweiler. The catch made by Miller. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Osweiler on second down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Braxton Miller, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's up and good. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a...
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. John Simon coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. On second down, Flacco to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, I think that's the way they'll go.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half. He's
going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Flushed out right. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be third down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller from 13 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Flacco here on second down. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long for Joe Flacco. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now out comes Houston. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's West. And some room to roam now. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Second down, Flacco now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And just like that, it's third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Smith catches left side. 20, and he's brought down after a good gain. They give him a gain of 37.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss, and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And quickly, they get to the line.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's James. Muscles him off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. two